Now it is Colby Araki, Ross Kaiser, Austin Stern, Craig Kent, Coulter West, Jamie McCarran, Trace Olsen, the 7 cars to take to the racetrack. And Austin Griffey there, who did not start, I don't believe, so 7 cars in heat number 2. Heat 3, let's take a look at how they line up. Blaine Brink will start on pole. On his outside, it'll be Andrew Hauser.
Trying to make a move right at the 7. It's Ryan Bueller outside of him. Austin Davis in the 187.
Row number 3, we Ken Byron. He will start alongside Andy Maines out of position number 6, and Logan Watson going to roll off out of position number 7. Your third and final heat race of the night here at the virtual USA International Speedway. Looking down the back straightaway as you see the cars coming from the top right of your screen. Again, we're live across Facebook and YouTube, and if you haven't done so already, hit the like and follow button on our Facebook page. And Alex, I believe we're getting close to 8,000 likes, but nearly closing in on 16,000 followers.
As man, oh man, what an accomplishment there, as it just shows the support that we get, and we got to thank all the fans who turn out every single night to watch great racing, from street stocks to midgets to 410 sprint cars to late models, and now big blocks that have came in the game, came in the situation there as well. So, you know, you have everything and anything that you can watch from Monday through Sunday here on Ultimate Dirt TV.
Yeah, a lot of good racing, and I believe just offhand, thinking of the schedule, of course, Sunday night we have 4 shows with the World of Thunder Esports League. Monday night, I believe we take off. Tuesday night, we have 3 races going on. We, of course, start with the National Sim Racing Series. We also go to the 19 Motorsports, 19 Foundation. They run their Sprint Car Series at 8:30. And, of course, the Stars of Tomorrow, that'll be at 9:30 on Tuesday nights. On Wednesday, we've got the B-Fins 360 Sprint Cars. Thursday, we've got the 19 Motorsports. I believe I'm not sure what they run on Thursday, but we've got a show there at, I believe, 8:30 again. And the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting 410 Wing Sprint Car Series as well. So plenty of action, plenty of sim racing covered through your working week, all the way Sunday through, or Monday through to Sunday. Green flag is out. Ryan Bueller takes the early lead, but not for long, because here comes Blaine Brink back to the inside, and Blaine Brink in the lead, lap number 1, possibly.
Blaine Brink comes out of 4 there, and here comes Andrew Hauser to the outside of Bueller. They're side by side for second. Here come them after Brink right now. Hauser holds a lead on to second now. Bueller in third. Bueller tried to make a 2-for-1 move there on Hauser and Brink, but he couldn't make it happen. Hauser, Bueller both trying to gain some ground on Brink there, who is smiling right now because he's out to an early advantage.
Yeah, here comes Bueller out of the inside in turn number 1 and 2. He comes mid-track there on the exit of turn number 2. That'll force Hauser back to the inside. They'll drag race side by side down into turn number 3. Hauser, this time he'll slide up, but Bueller says, nope, no way, Jose. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming to the white gap. Bueller couldn't say, but he quickly shut the door on the exit of turn number 4. Meanwhile, Blaine Brink in the 21 continues to lead. 3 in the books with 7 to run.
Blaine Brink still out in front, but the eyes are on that battle for second. Bueller, Hauser. Hauser lost that second place right now, but he's trying to gain some more ground on Bueller. Bueller has his eyes on that leader of Blaine Brink and the 21 machine. But Brink running that top side, as that top side came in quick and came in really early in tonight's heat races here, as these cars are going right to that top side, and they are looking fast around there.
Yeah, they're really hustling and bustling down here. Of a mile racetrack. Yes, you heard that right. 3/4 of a mile dirt track racing here on rracing.com. We obviously thank rRacing for the wonderful job they have and the platform that they give us here. Here comes Maines and Davis. Davis with a slide job on Maines. Maines sends it back underneath. Now Rob wheels a little bit. Probably definitely not ideal right now to Rob wheels in an open wheel sprint car as Maines moves back into position 4. Meanwhile, Blaine Brink, your race leader this time by 7 down, 3 to run. I got to say, Alex, Ryan Bueller looks to be closing in on your race leader.
Bueller making some moves there, making some line changes. He goes to the inside of Brink. Brink makes a little bit of a mistake there, it looks like, as he got a little loose on the corner there, but takes the run out of the corner, holds on to lead there, and blocks Bueller's slide job. Bueller lost a lot of momentum. He's trying to catch up there. Blaine Brink still out in front. Bueller trying to make another move.
Yeah, Bueller continuing to throw everything, including the kitchen sink, and try and even just grab a tow hook and just catch on to the back of the 21 machine. Brink, though, he is very, very consistent on the top side of the racetrack right now. Bit of a mistake on this to turn 4. Here comes Bueller. The white flag is out. 1-2-1 slide job on the 7B of Ryan Bueller. Oh no, what's going on with Brink? He just lost a whole lot of ground. He's at least a car length back. If Bueller protects the slider, give it up. And ladies and gentlemen, off turn number 4 this time by the 7B. Ryan Bueller going to start position number 3 in the main event. He will get the win. Man, you really would have put your house on Blaine Brink at about the halfway stage to really run away with this one. But Bueller gets the job done. Blaine Brink in second, Andrew Hauser third, Andy Maines in fourth, Ken Byron, Logan Watson, and Austin Davis. Your 7 cars, I believe Davis had some issues there. He stopped on the back straightaway, so he'll bring that car back into the pits, and he'll be scored 1 lap down in heat race number 3. And that is our 3 heat races completed here tonight at the Virtual USA International Speedway. Let's take a look at those results coming up on your screen. Bueller, Brink, Hauser, your top 3. Maines, Byron. So your top 4 went through to the main event. Byron, Watson, Davis will have to come through the consolation race. And we'll see that consolation race coming up right now. It'll be 15 laps and the top 11 will go through. So all these drivers are going to make the show regardless. It's just about starting positions. And we take a look at your ultimate dirt to be starting grid. Jason Randolph in the 47. He lines up on pole. When he's outside in position number 2 is Coulter West.
Starting third in the 110 is Ken Byron. Outside, Fleetwood, Pennsylvania native 19, it's Dante Brown.
J-Mac, Jamie McCarron rolls off out of position number 5 in the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting Caliber 2 car. Logan Watson, he's outside out of position number 6.
Matthew Kaiser in the 94 from Kaiser Racing. He starts 7th outside LGR Motorsports 15. It's Trace Olson.
And your final 3 positions, Austin Davis driving the 187 rolls off out of position number 9. Jason Dill, car number 5, starts position at number 10. I believe it will just be the 10 car. So Austin Griffey in the 57 did not make the call for the B main. However, due to the fact that all 11 cars will transfer, he will get a chance to start in the main event later on tonight. But if he does, he will have to do it from dead last. In 30 laps around this joint, Alex, I mean, not just this joint, but any joint, it's iRacing. It's a long way for 30 laps. Anything is possible.
30 laps, we've seen it. We've called it tonight. We've seen anything in the past week here. We've seen guys lap cars all the way up to the 8th spot. We've seen photo finishes 3 wide. So again, especially on this big track, this track gets slick. It is tricky. So it's going to be one of those, patience is going to, you got to preach patience here and not win it on the first lap.
Yeah, you might not be able to win on the first lap, but you can certainly lose it on the first lap, that's for sure. The lights are out on the iRacing.com page track here at the Virtual USA International Speedway. Man, we've been at Volusia a lot the past week, that's for sure. So apologies for the slip up. The stars of tomorrow 2021 season. This is race number 2 of 3. You can catch all the action right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Same bat channel, same bat time. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Alex Robinson. Alex, well, this is just, again, all about starting positions, but the further you finish up in this, obviously the higher up that you're going to start in the main event tonight. But the best you can start, if you win this one, is position number 13.
And one person to keep your eye on, that 2 machine, Jamie McCarron. We've seen him run a lot lately, and he's one of those guys. Surprising to see in this consolation race as a bunched up start there, of course, with that green flag coming out late here. But look at these cars going through 1 and 2. Jason Randolph holds on to the lead. Problems, though, as I think one car hit the wall and hit it hard.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether that was Jason Dill or maybe the 26 of Logan Watson had some contact with Jamie McCarron. Being the 2, look out, we've got some cars coming to hit. Actually speaking to Jamie over the past week and a bit, he was saying that he just hasn't had the luck, and when you get in those ruts, your confidence is it's down. It's hard to fight back up, but once you get that one good race in, well, then the confidence is going to skyrocket again. So hopefully you're starting to see that number 2 machine gain some confidence, gain some results. Now here goes Trey Solson with a slide job on the 2 of Jamie McCarron. That's for 3rd and 4th right now. Your race leader, Coulter West, by 4/100ths of a second. That's right, there's very little in it between the pair.
And then again, you see a new paint scheme for him there. Might change some luck. You know, a few guys are have a theory about that of changing the paint scheme might change your luck. He's running in fourth right now and running pretty well here as Trace Olson there. You see him closing the gap there through that straightaway. Again, those turns, he's gaining more ground, but that a good run out turn four for Olson.
Now, when you talk about new paint schemes and new luck and all these theories, well, it could be a team issue as well, because I was actually on a team. I sort of left them at the start of the year, and then all of a sudden, I made 2 World Championship races. Majority of the races that I've been in, I've been at a podium or top 5 car at worst, and again, that comes off basically just sort of walking away from one team and going back to Black Diamond Motorsports. So you sort of make your own luck, I guess.
Oh yeah, as you see, you see it in the real world as well. Guys moving on from different teams and it changes their luck. But luck is what Coulter West and Jason Randolph needed there, as they came really close from touching tires, and we've seen it over the countless times this race. That touching tires in these open wheel cars, it can mean deadly tonight.
Yeah, absolutely right. I'll tell you what, you want to know how to get around the virtual USA International Speedway? Let's go on board. Thanks to Black Diamond Motorsports. Let's listen in to your race leader and how he gets around here at the USA 3/4 mile racetrack, and just watch that bump out of turn 4 just here as he just hit it. Jason Randolph, let's take a lap around USA. All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen, on board still with Jason Randolph, your race leader. 2 laps on board around the 3/4 mile racetrack, and he continues to lead. You just see how difficult it's starting to be on the top side of the racetrack, but right now it is certainly the place to be. He's got a 1 second advantage over second place, Coulter West, in the 0-10 machine, who had troubles in his heat race after, I wouldn't say getting fenced, but had some contact while he was inside the top 3. Daniel Carrots in fourth, Austin Davis. Big gap as we got problems there for Ken Byron and Logan Watson. Just as your race leader, look out, there's the 26. He may have been hit there from one of the top 3. Just seeing if I can see any damage on their race cars, but I don't see any damage. So Alex, 3 to run.
3 to run. Randolph out in front, and you see West Olson. Olson there was the first car in the top 3 to test that bottom side out. And if you watched Olson's corner through 4 there, if you run the bottom, you avoid this rut. And there's that bump once again as both cars hit it. And man, that bump can either be good or bad because it can hit that outside wall. And if you hit that outside wall, it loses advantage. But here comes Coulter West now. West trying to come after Randolph. Randolph holds on to the lead right now. West in that second spot. White flag in the air this time by, with Randolph still in front and West right behind.
3/4 mile, 4 turns away from Jason Randolph, starting position number 13 in the main event. And let me tell you, that bottom side, it looks real juicy at the moment. If you can hit it right, if you get your car set up to run the bottom, you're certainly going to be quick. And that's taken. Here comes a slide job from West on Randolph. It's the drag race, and Randolph going to win. It wasn't by much, but it was enough to get the job done in the B main. He'll start position 13. We see a number of drivers, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and most likely 6 as well. 6 for the 10th. Well, they all finish back on pit road, and we'll go straight into a 3-minute warm-up session. Let's take a look at those official results for you. Coming up on screen, Randolph, your winner. 0.079, less than a tenth of a second between your top 2. West in second, Olson, McCarran, Kaiser, your top 5, Davis, Byron, Watson, Brown, Dill, your 10 cars to start. The consolation race with Austin Griffey did not start, and what we'll do right now, we'll take an opportunity to step aside and go on ultimate activity, come back in just a few moments time, overlooking the beautiful sunset, Lakeland, Florida. the virtual USA International Speedway round number 2 of the Stars of Tomorrow 2021 season. Right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Alright, welcome back ladies and gentlemen to Ultimate Dirt TV's coverage of the 2021 Stars of Tomorrow, the 410 wing sprint cars. This is round number 2 of 13. Here are the longest dirt track here on the RSN.com service, USA International Speedway. Brett Miller joined alongside Alex Robinson. Again, we're live on Facebook and YouTube. Of course, a big thanks to the sponsors you see down on the bottom of the screen, not only for the Stars of Tomorrow, but of course our sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt TV. A big thanks to, of course, World of Thunder Esports League, Rocket Racing Setups, SRT Australia, and Heatwaves Designs. Again, we thank those guys for their support. It's time to take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid, and we'll work from the back to the front. Scheduled to line up at a position number 23, it's Austin Griffey. Lining up on the outside of row 11, position number 22, it's Jason Dilty. He's inside the 19 of Dante Brown, position number 21.
20th, it'll be the 26 of Logan Watson. To the inside of him, starting in the 19th spot, it's Ken Byron in the 110.
Your ninth row outside out of position number 18, it's the 187 of Austin Davis. Lining up on his inside, the 94 for Kaiser Racing, position number 17 of Matthew Kaiser.
Starting 16th in the 2, it is Jamie McCarran. 15th, the 15, LGR Motorsports, it's Trace Olson.
Your 7th row outside in position number 010, it's Coulter West on his inside. Car number 47, he won your B main, it is Jason Randolph.
Starting 12th in the 8, it's Andy Maines. Inside of him, Craig Kent in the 10.
Rolling off out of position number 10, driving the 03, it's Sean Bowers on his inside. In car number 13, Andrew Hauser, position number 9.
LGR Motorsports 75, Austin Stern starts 8th. Inside of him from Texas, the 21, it's Kevin Fry.
Row number 3 on the outside in position number 4, position 6, car number 14. He won heat race number 1 with a 6-car inversion. Landon Cardoza on his inside, the 30 machine, heat number 2 winner of Colby Araki.
Starting 4th, the 7, Ryan Bueller. Inside of him, Ryko Motorsports, the 00, it's Hunter Parsons.
Then we go to your front row in car number 92. It is Ross Kaiser out of position number 2. And Blaine Brink in car number 21 will start on pole for your 30-lap main event. Alex, again, pre-race predictions. Who you got in this one?
I'm taking the 92. I'm taking Ross Kaiser to win it off the front row.
I will go with the 7B, the man that starts behind him, in Ryan Bueller. pretty sure I've raced against Ryan in a league about, I want to say about 8 or 9 months ago. It might even be a little bit longer. I get the feeling that Ryan Buell might have been a part of, I want to say GSR, when they had their sprint car series. I'm pretty sure it was GSR. So anyhow, looks like we are set for a start this time by off turn number 4. Blaine Brink in the 21 showed some good speed in heat racing action. Ross Kaiser the 92. Pace truckers in, the pace pickings up, and in fact that was the weirdest start that I've ever seen, but green flag is out, Alex, and well, things got a little hairy in the mid-pack.
And yeah, again, waiting for the initial green flag, which comes out right close to there. As look at Ryan Bueller, he's going 2 for 1. What a slider attempt there for Bueller, but he's going to clean up the mess there. He makes contact as it looks like that was Landon Cardoza. Cardoza drops back into that 19th spot right now as Colby Araki, too. He's up back to 20th.
Yeah, not a good start for a couple of drivers. We already see Kevin Fry in the 21 machine sitting in 3rd position. He started position 7. Meanwhile, Kaiser coming up with those three. The Blaine Brink down into 1 and 2. He'll all just fall in line. And Alex, one thing to mention too that was sort of mentioned off air, the track crew. They actually came out with the grader. Instead of having a black slick racetrack at the start, the guys have brought it back to about 20% in the warm-up session as Parsons. Look out, Kevin Fry into the creek, and we are Yellow Bowers gets involved. 1 car, 2 car spinning. We've got Craig Kent along with Trace Olsen as well.
A lot of problems within the first 4 laps of this A-main event. Cardoza, Araki, Kevin Fry, Trace Olsen. All these cars having a tough start to their race, but you know, with 30 laps on the docket, there's still a lot of time. But let's look at this replay here and see where this mess began.
Yeah, well, this may be the initial initial cause of the caution. Andy Maines in that 8 machine, Colby Araki in the 30. But we go up a little further. In fact, we'll have to rewind this one because this was a separate incident on the other side of the racetrack. And if we go to the Kevin Fry incident here, so Parsons slides up and you can get a chopper cam. I don't actually think that he... well, that shows he's clear of the way, but when you're sliding up like that, you're losing speed, and maybe Kevin Fry just misjudged it. We'll let race control deal with that one because, again, we don't want to be speculating on anything right now. And there was some other issues here with, I believe, Trace Olsen and Craig Kent. There was some contact. Kent came down the racetrack into what was Trace Olsen. So you see that car, LGR Motorsports number 8 machine, but scored as 15. He's found himself, I believe, near the back of the pack, I believe. So, well, it all happened. Opening couple of laps. We can all say it all started from the initial start, but these boys got a couple of laps in the books.
Oh yeah, and with only 3 or 4 laps in the books out of 30, a lot of damage to some of these cars, but you know, it gives guys that came out of that B main, like Jason Randolph, he's up into 5th right now. So there's guys coming out of this B main that are up in the top 10, up in the top 5 already. So they have a chance here as they might contend for the top 3 positions soon.
Yeah, well, looking at the timing, looking at the scoring loop, Hunter Parsons being sent to the back of the field. So race control, he was the primary cause of that one, which I think the yellow was out well before that one. But again, way above our pay grade. Again, we weren't going to speculate on the situation. We're just calling it as we see it. Brian Bueller is into position 3. Austin Stern. Jason Randolph is already up 8 positions. But drivers like West, Olsen, and Barrett, Matthew Club, they're up 7 positions. Byron and Watson, they're up 8 positions as well. So drivers that come from deep in the field who had to run a B main. Look at Randolph around the outside on Bueller. Bueller getting shuffled back to 5th. Bueller trying to work the low side. He'll slide in the middle of the racetrack, leave a lane up on the top side, and there goes Sean Bowers. And there's New Bowers. He'll move to position 3. Meanwhile, slide job and challenge for the race lead.
Caution flag out just when the battle for the lead. Ross Kaiser, Blaine Brink, as it's going to be interesting to see who got scored as the leader before that caution flag came out. But an Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay, there's Dante Brown from LGR Motorsports in the 19. Goes to the bottom, hits that slick Geho.
And Cobliarani done very, very well to minimize the damage on that number 30 machine. I'm sure he's already got some damage after that first little incident. And again, we take a look on board with Cobliarani. You see Brown just in front of him, misses the grip on the bottom side of the racetrack, drifts up. You already see that car starting to loop it around by that time. Araki's on the brakes, and look out, just a little bit of contact, maybe the right front with the tail tank. So again, that was in slow motion. Let's watch this in real time. So misses the bottom, drifts up, and already on the brakes. Seeing that happening, so Cobliarani aware of his surroundings, and he was able to avoid that Ross Kaiser being scored in first spot, Alex.
So Kaiser in front, Blaine Brink, Austin Stern, Randolph, and Bowers. That's your top 5. But again, you look, McCarron, Kaiser up 7, Olsen up 7, West up 7. And it's one of those, like we talked about earlier, patience, as we're only 6 laps into this, and patience has proven well for these guys, already up in the top 10 after coming through a B main. So now it's one of those, will the guys that were in the front that had the problems, will they think about the patience here? Because we're not even 10 laps in, and these guys are damaging their cars.
Yeah, you got to look at Hunter Parsons, who is at the moment down 13 positions. You talk about patience, Alex. Yeah, he knows that he's got a lot of laps left to get back up towards the front. He would be loving, every sort of 3, 4, 5 laps, if he can, if he can get that yellow flag and if he can pick off at least 2 or 3 cars at a time. You think about if we have, say, 5 or 6 yellows, not saying we're going to, but if we do have about 5 or 6 yellows come the halfway stage, if he's back up inside that top 10, right near the top 5, he's going to be, he's got to be feeling good at what's going to happen in the final half of the race. However, we're still not even 1/3 of the race in. We are 6 laps in this time by. The pace truck is about to take the left-hand turn. And Ross Kaiser in the 92 machine comes right through the slick, drives it down to the bottom side. Green flag is out. We're back underway past the Hooters flag stand down in the 1 and 2.
Ross Kaiser, another good jump there. Blaine Brink taps the wall. Here comes Austin Stern in the 75. He's in the 3rd spot right now. There's Bowers, Randolph, that winner of the B main. He's coming, trying to get past Bowers there. Bowers and him going to go to the top side. There's Austin Stern there going to the bottom side, which is really surprising. That top side looks to be fast.
Oh, one coming to the wall. That's Austin Stern. He's caught up in the catch fence, and that will trigger the caution flag. Man, oh man, Austin Stern. He must be gutted right now in that 75 machine, running inside the top 5. And it was just a case of one little mistake off the cushion. And Alex, I don't know if he's done many laps around here, but once he gets up on the top side of the racetrack like that, it is so easy to do it. In fact, Sean Bowers, Jason Randolph upside down, the 21 of Blaine Brink. I believe Sean Bowers in the 03 got into the back of him here. But again, it was a case of just jumping the cushion. Right there, I mean, there's no place to go. He's already trying to turn down the racetrack, and as you come off the wall, there's nothing really you can do. So, to put blame on Bowers on that one would be very, very, very harsh to do. So look at Ryan Buell in the 7B, just rolls the bottom side. Bowers goes on by. Randolph ends up upside down. Brink gets hit there in the 21 machine, so he goes back on all fours. But unfortunately for Jason Randolph, who was inside of a top 5 after starting 13th, now has to find himself back on pit road. And again, just one little mistake in 1 and 2, and it happens very, very quickly here. You've really got to try and minimize your mistakes.
Oh yeah, that's a tough break there, because Brink up there in 2nd place, battling for the lead. It's going to cost him a lot there, but that puts Coulter West. He's up 11 spots. He's into 3rd right now. Ryan Bueller, where he started, he's in 4th, but then Trace Olsen, McCarron, Kaiser, and Watson, they're all up double-digit spots as well. So these guys right now are just smiling because they had that patience factor in, and they're already up 10 spots, and we're not even 10 into this race.
Yeah, so still plenty of racing left here to go at the virtual USA International Speedway, Lakeland, Florida, playing host to round number 2 for the Stars of Tomorrow 410 Wing Sprint Car Series. Ross Kaiser, the 92 for Momentum Sim Sports, your race leader at this stage. Sean Bowers in the 03 entry in the Apex Auto Glass and Tinting entry, sitting second. The LGR Motorsports 10C of Coulter West in third. He is up 11 positions. Bueller in fourth. Olsen, McCarran, and Matthew Kaiser, 5th, 6th, and 7th, all up 10 positions. And Logan Watson from 20th up to 8th, just trying to stay out of the drama. He's in the red, yellow, and blue car right behind Matthew Kaiser, who got a little squirrely on the start there. Green flag comes back up. Look at Ryan Bueller trying to show his intentions in working the bottom side of the racetrack. You've got to be very, very articulate to get down the bottom side and very precise. It's almost like trying to run the bottom at the Grove.
Oh yeah, as you see, another caution yet on the raceway here. Let's see where this happened. So, another, just a tough break for a guy who looked so strong in his heat race and qualifying. And whoa. So Matthew Kaiser there gets a little loose, and then let the melee ensue as he gets
the wall by himself. We've seen it at least 4 or 5 times now, and the 26 got loose as well. That's Watson. So unfortunately for Iraqi, I mean, Kaiser goes spinning around, and then Colby Iraqi goes upside down. So I get Matthew Kaiser. Well, it was like, you spin me right round.
So another tough break for Colby Iraqi there. That's his second wreck, and he's out of tonight's action here after that wreck. So, it just shows how quickly you can go from being at the top of the pedestal to rock bottom in a matter of 9 laps, and it has shown tonight. But another one to look at, Landon Cardoza back in the top 10 after his misfalls in the first few laps.
Yeah, Cardoza back there in 8th position. So started up in position number 6, but unfortunate incident. We're also talking about Hunter Parsons as well. He's back up to what is 11th position. We'll go single file restart, so we'll be about 1/3 of the race distance complete. But yeah, Hunter Parsons again. He picks off 1 or 2 cars, 3 cars, 4 cars, depending on how many laps we get in. That caution comes out. You really start to feel good about yourself in passing those cars, but at the same time, you've got to think on the other foot. I mean, we can sit up here and say, yeah, it's easy to do, but it's not actually easy to do. But how many cars does he actually pass compared to how many cars that are wrecking that get sent to the back as well?
Oh, yes. As the lights are out this time, and right now, if you're Ross Kaiser, you're Sean Bowers especially, you want them to go green flag run here. As the green flag is back out, Kaiser, look at the jump he got as he gained a lot of speed off that straightaway into turn 1 and 2, running that top side, and another yellow on the track.
Yeah, this is why I hate USA. It's real simple. USA, unfortunately, a good track to race at on iRacing. I just hate when it comes to broadcast races. No idea. You know what's out there? You know what I can see? I can see Jock debris. We'll take a quick break. All right, we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV coverage of the 2021 Stars of Tomorrow 410 Winged Sprint Car League here at the Virtual USA International Speedway. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Alex Robinson as we get set for a restart. 10 in the books, still 20 to run. And it's going to be Ross Kaiser, Sean Bowers, Colton West for top split. I want to thank before we get the next banana public flag as Kaiser into the wall. Bowers, will take over second, but not for long because here comes Ryan Bueller now, but Colton West from 14th, second to the B main, Alex, and he's now having the race lead, and man Ross Kaiser is going to get a stroke of luck because he'll be able to go back to the front because he never completed a lap.
And man, oh man, if you're the 92 of Ross Kaiser, you're wiping the sweat off your head right now because that is just pure luck that, you drop back 6 spots and now you're back up front. Also, I want to quote Clayton Tilley put USA home of the 12-hour league race. Don't test me. I will put up a 12-hour race for USA, and we will run 12 hours at this track.
And here I was thinking the 24 hours of Daytona was this coming weekend. Am I right? Or was that last weekend?
I forget. I think it's this week.
Yeah, I was going to say it might be this weekend because I remember there's a couple of Aussie guys trying to contest it, and they're actually going to head to the Speedway out at Nowra Speedway down here in Sydney. So they said they couldn't do it because they were running the 24 hours. So good luck to all the people that are running the 24 hours of Daytona. As yes, we are here at the 12-hour dirt race of USA. But, hey, look, I've always let it be known that I do like this racetrack when it comes to sprint cars. However, if you put a broadcast on it, I hate it. I refuse to go here. Somehow I'm here. I don't know how. Somehow I'm here.
Yeah, and again, I don't think it wouldn't be bad. It just the caution laps drag. Even if we had only 4 caution laps, the caution laps drag because of how big of a track it is here tonight.
They cut it back to 2 caution laps. You save a minute a lap. Right, look, it is what it is. We've only, not only we got to deal with it, but the drivers have to deal with it as well. As 16 cars left on the racetrack, and I got to say, West must be absolutely furious right now, along with Ryan Bueller, who are sitting in 3rd and 4th. They had 1st and 2nd into turn 3 and 4 there on the previous lap, but however, due to the caution laps not counting, again we go back to the last quarter lap, and Ross Kaiser is not going to want to make that same mistake again, but again he'll go to the top side, 3-1 for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Bowers, West, and Bueller now. Oh, Bueller! Kaiser into the wall, and this time it's Bueller to lead into turn number 3. Here comes West, and oh man, they say lightning doesn't strike twice. Well, yeah, you know what? Guess my backside is just struck twice. Kaiser, what happened to Kaiser? I know he was into the wall, but could he be the reason for the caution flag? Well, he's going to have damage. He's going back to pit road. Bowers and McCarran come together as well. Let's take a look at if I can find Bowers in the timing and scoring pylon. Here we go. So watch this down the back straight away. So Bowers, there was initial contact with West. He comes on the inside here of Kaiser. McCarran's already got a run on the inside, so he's already starting to drift low. 3 wide. There's some contact between Bowers, McCarran. McCarran gets straightened up, but Bowers hard into the crate into turn number 3, and he's just stuck there. Ouch. Virtual tow required for the 03 machine. So Colter West started position at number 14. How about this? Ready, Alex? So the driver, Coulter West, started 14th. He's up to first. Trace Olsen started 14th. He's up to third. James McCarran started 14th. So what's that? 13, 14, 15 or something like that. What's the timing? The scoring goes loopy on me. Thank you, timing. So West up 13 positions. Olsen started 15th. McCarran started 16th, and West started 14th. So 14, 15, 16, they are first, third, and fourth.
And now, Blaine Brink, Dante Brown, Sean Bowers, those guys join the rest of the crew in the pit. So now 13 cars left on this track.
Havaloo's back up to 6, by the way. Hunter Parsons, and we're not even half race distance. What did I say? If we can get up near the top 5 or close to that top 5, with about half race distance to go, he's got to feel good about himself. As they've got it racked up, jacked up, and stacked up. As look out, we might just be seeing the yellow out once again. Man, that was an abysmal start to say the least. You know what time it is? And I hate to do this to the fans. It's time to pay a couple of bills. Coming back 2-1 to green here at the virtual USA International Speedway. The stars of tomorrow 410 winged sprint car league here at USA. Again, 340 per mile in distance. Again, we apologise, but when you got 2-3 minutes of waiting time before we get the next green flag, there's no better time or opportunity to, of course, thank our sponsors, and of course, big thanks to World of Thunder Esports League. We've also got SRT Australia, Rocket Racing Setups, and Heat Waves Designs. Don't forget to support the people that support sim racing, and we're so glad to have those partners here at Ultimate Dirt TV, and of course Mimi's Makings and Motions as well. Coulter West, your B-main runner-up, is now leading the field. Ryan Bueller in second. Who did you pick? You picked Ross Kaiser, didn't you?
Yep.
You give him the curve, but he's up to 8, so we'll see what we can do. 13 laps is in the book, 17 to run. Ryan Bueller, my pick, runs in second. Works down low through 1 and 2, everybody. Well, we've gotten through 1 and 2, A-OK, but don't talk too much just yet because we've still got another couple of turns to go. McCarran through the middle of the racetrack, and now here comes Trace Olsen to the inside. Oh, look out. Stern and Byron come together. It was Byron up into Stern. They keep it going. We've got 16 to run. We're 1 lap away, Alex, from half race distance.
And as you see, oh man, Ken Byron, oh man, there goes Austin Stern, and caution on the raceway.
We got a lap in. We got 1 lap in. That surely counts, right? I mean, it's better than the last 2 restarts we've had.
Yeah, we got through 1 and 2 A-OK, 3 and 4 a little sketchy. Then we got through 1, then exit of 2 just got sketchy again.
And looking at the 75 of Stern, it was the 10 machine of Byron who just got loose, but turn, just drove right into the back of him. I'll say he had more than enough time to probably get off the gas and move around you, but again, when you're in the heat of the moment, these things just tend to happen. Alex, we've got plenty coming up here on Ultimate. Of course, tomorrow night we've got the B-Fins 360 winged sprint cars. I believe we're heading to the Eldora Speedway, and then of course the following night we've got the Apex Autoglass and Tinting 410 winged sprint cars, and Sunday night, that's our big night, Alex, 4 broadcasts with the World of Thunder Esports League.
Oh yeah, and then you add, you also have 3 broadcasts on Thursday nights with the Apex Autoglass 410s, the National Sim Racing 360s, 19 Motorsports, they have modifieds on tap for that. Friday off. Saturday we got big blocks versus 358s at about 8 o'clock Eastern time. Then Sunday's a big day. So again, you cover everything. You got street stocks, big blocks, 410s, and super late models on Sunday. So we've covered almost every classification within a matter of 3 nights of broadcasting.
Yeah, we have got, even on Tuesday nights as well, what you see here tonight, you talk the National Sim Racing Series. They run their 410 series at 8 Eastern. Of course, BJ and yourself are on that one. Whether I'm racing or whether I announce on that one is up in the air from week to week. And then, of course, Steve McMillan does the 19 Motorsports, the 19 Foundation 410s at about 8:30 Eastern. And then, of course, 9:30 Eastern, we wrap up with the Stars of Tomorrow. Again, their 410 series as well. They do run a 360 league as well on Monday night at the same time. So if you're interested in joining, check out Stars of Tomorrow on Facebook, or message Joe Kaiser on Facebook or on the Discord. If you need any information about that one, just send us a message here on Ultimate Dirt TV, and we'll happily get you in touch with the correct people to run with these guys, as we're officially halfway home, 15 down, make that 16 down as we come out of 10 to the 4 and Coulter West. He's got the lead from Ryan Mueller. Trace also runs his curve, and here comes your pick, Alex. Ross Kaiser back to the inside. James McCarron. Look at Kaiser going 2 for 1 in 1 and 2.
And yeah, Kaiser, we saw him in the lead. He has a fast car along the top. He just needs to stay off the wall, as he is hitting there in 3rd place right now, trying to get past Bueller. Bueller has had a fast car all night, though. Bueller goes to the bottom. West up top. Bueller tried to make a move on West, but that might have been a mistake. Here comes Kaiser. Kaiser takes over 2nd spot now, as Kaiser looking to take up to that 10 car, but he's taking Ryan Bueller with him as they're both side by side for 2nd, and they're coming after that 10 machine of Coulter West.
Yeah, good battle going on right now. Top 3 on screen, West, Kaiser and Bueller. We were talking earlier about the track reset. They may have just taken away the bottom side of the racetrack where they hadn't left it. It just might have been there, but nonetheless, Ross Kaiser, he's showing his experience right now. He led early on in this race. He had to go back to the back as West slides up in front of him 3-1 for a moment. Man, West, I want to say he did it dirty there, but he just sort of took the line away. Now Ryan Bueller now into the race lead as Kaiser all over the back of West. West back to the race lead. And now we've got a real good battle now brewing 1, 2, and 3 on screen.
And don't count out that 15 machine of Trace Olsen. Olsen back there trying to put his hat in the mix right now as he's in 4th. But Kaiser running that top side before West literally took that line away from there. Cut him off and cut off that momentum. But there comes Momentum Sim Sports, the 92. He's back in the 2nd spot. But Coulter West is smiling right now for a little bit. But here they come, right back on the tail of that 10 machine. Coulter West holds onto the lead. Kaiser trying to go to the bottom there, avoids the rut at the exit of 4 as they're both coming up here. Bueller to the inside, and lap traffic looks like it's on the horizon.
Yeah, that is Blaine Brink in the 21, missing the hood on that machine. Here comes Bueller on the inside now on Ross Kaiser. So Bueller RB up against RK. 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom. Kaiser gets the run out of turn number 4. Giving him to the part. You try and throw a slider here when the track is this slick, Alec. You don't carry that speed and momentum. You just keep sliding up. You don't want to spin the wheels, because that takes you, take this as a punt, it takes your momentum away. And the 92 machine of Kaiser, now I'll tell you what, he's really showing some good speed on the top side.
As you see, he catches right back up there as Bueller looks like he had some problems there getting around the 21 of Brink. Kaiser goes to the inside. He's going to hold that inside line. He takes away the lead right now, but West going to get the run outside of the corner of 2. He holds on to the lead. Kaiser goes to the bottom. Kaiser going to slide up. Kaiser takes the lead, but here comes West back to the inside. West gets a little loopy there. He gets second. Kaiser holds on to the lead that lap, but here comes Bueller to the inside of West.
Oh, West now into the wall, and Kaiser, he's got himself a nice little buffer, 7, 8, 9 tenths of a second lead, but the yellow is out. And Coulter West, well, he just might be thinking he's lucky stars, and that was a good run there. That was about a 8 or 9 lap run. So we close in on about 5 to run. The reason for the yellow flag, we take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. You see the 187 of Austin Davis. He just got into the back of the 10 machine. Now that's not Ken Byron. We've got 3 10s in this field here tonight. Let's try and pick who that 10 was. That is Jason. That's Craig Kent in the number 10 machine. But you see Davis gets into the back of him. Just gets the grass, and Jason Randolph nowhere to go, as and Davis is already on the way to spinning that car out. He goes upside down, so that will be him done and dusted, calling the virtual tow. He might actually, with what is, I think, about 50 seconds, depending on how much damage that race car has, he might actually be able to come back out onto the racetrack, because you think about how long these laps are, Alex, or the pace laps are. That 45 seconds, that's really only a lap, and with the caution laps not counting, you're not going to lose any. You're not going to lose any laps. The only thing you're going to lose is how much damage you've got on your car, whether you've got a quick repair that's saved in the bank at this stage, or whether you have to fix those required repairs.
Oh yeah, and as you see, a lot of these cars have some major damage, as pit crews just don't have enough time there with all the major damage to those cars, so they fix it up just enough that you can get back on the track without the race control crew saying, you're done, as we saw Craig Kent there missing the front of his hood. Blaine Brink, I think, is the same. So he might have a chance to come back out here and gain a few more spots by the end of this one.
All right, so lights are out, I do believe, here on the circuit and also on the iRacing.com pace truck. Ross Kaiser, man, we talk about a real up and down race. He got to the lead, put it into the fence a couple of times. The yellow came out. He was back in what was 7th or 8th position at one stage, but the yellow came out. He got his spot back up at the front. He wrecked. He went back to the pits, got a quick repair, got that car fixed, and he's driven from about what was about 13th or 14th, and he's back up near the front. So a good job from Ross Kaiser. We'll see if he can keep it going. The palm and the green flag is out at the same time. 5 to 1 here at USA. We're still about 3.5, 4 miles away from victory lane. Bueller to the inside on Coulter West. They battle side by side. Bueller getting a run now on Ross Kaiser. That bottom side may just come back in, Alex, as Bueller drifts up to the middle, but he's right in the slick, and there's nowhere to go as West rockets around the outside.
Coulter West takes over the second spot. Ross Kaiser holds on the lead. Bueller trying to go to the bottom once more. Tries to get the momentum there, but he's getting pulled away now. Kaiser West, that's 1 and 2 right now. As we see, they're pulling away. Kaiser pulling away from West right now. And guess what? We got ourselves a little dash coming up here as another caution hits Raceway.
That yellow flag coming out. Just trying to see if we can grab that one, but it might be a Jacques. Might be a Jacques caution. Wow. All right. Well, let's let's obviously want to thank the wonderful supporters here on Ultimate TV. Of course, a big thank you to World of Thunder Esports League. You can check them out on Facebook or on the World Wide Web. Check them out at World of Thunder Esports League or at WOTESL. SRT Australia, to all the they've got a whole lot of variety of different things. You can check out their website or their Facebook pages. SRT Australia. Check out, of course, Rocket Racing Setups, rocketracingsetups.com, or on Facebook and all their social media pages at Rocket Racing Setups. And, of course, Heatwave Designs for all your designs needs. So we've got everything covered here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Don't forget, check out Heatwave's designs on the World Wide Web, www.heatwavedesigns.net, and of course on the social media pages at Heatwave Designs. We are 3 laps away, Alex, from finding out will Ross Kaiser hang on for a memorable victory here at the virtual USA International Speedway, or Coulter West, Ryan Bueller. How about Jamie McCarran and Ken Byron as well, sitting in 4th and 5th position? Certainly a race of a battle of attrition.
I mean, you got Jamie McCarran, who's up about 13 spots. Coulter West up 12 spots. Ken Byron up 14 spots. So those 3 cars have climbed the ladder tonight and put themselves in a position to win even this race here. All of them in the top 5, and all of them have a chance here. A 3-lap dash to the checkered flag, and it's anyone's race here, but Kaiser looked fast there on that last pre-flag run.
All right, here we go. 27 laps is about to be in the books. 3 laps remaining, 2.25 miles to run around the virtual USA International Speedway. Lakeland, Florida, playing host to round number 2 of the Stars of Tomorrow. 14 Sprintcars sitting back underway. Green flag is out. Again, Bueller goes to the inside. West and Kaiser right on the top side of the racetrack. Byron gets by Jamie McCarran for 4th position. Now McCarran back to 5th, but here comes Bueller on the inside. Man, he really gets a run down into turn number 3. Carries a whole lot of speed. Bueller just needs to keep that car locked on the bottom side of the exit. Turn number 4. 2 laps to run, Alex.
Ross Kaiser out in front. You see West, Bueller there side by side. West gets into the wall. That's going to open the door. Ken Byron into 3rd. Oh man. Guess what, Brett?
That's the Alex Robinson curse again. A green-white checker.
Oh.
Well, if you're called to West, you are 2 laps away from scoring a podium here at USA. Not to be, though, as Ross Kaiser. Well, with a green-white checker. Now, I have no idea how many we have of these ones, so hopefully we don't need any more than what we have got. And a big thanks to the Stars of Tomorrow League and all the sponsors you see in the middle of the bottom of the screen. Don't forget to check them out on their social media pages. Give them likes, shares, and follows and all that good stuff. And I did say earlier we were closing in on around 16,000 followers and nearly 8,000 likes as well. We are well clear of the rest of the competition. But we do have some sponsorship opportunities available as well. We obviously have our starting grid and of course our instant replay. And well, if you want to get the bang for your buck, the instant replays, well, they're shown every race because it's very rarely that you see a race go green to checker. So we're always got some opportunity for some bang for your buck. If you want to know more information, you can message the Ultimate Dirt TV Facebook page. The management behind the scenes will get you sorted on that one. Hopefully the lights go out this time by, Alex, and you might just be going to victory lane with Ross Kaiser.
You know what the scary thing is, though, Wheeler? I know how you are. You always pull a rabbit out of your hat, and I'm pretty sure your pick was Ryan Bueller, and he's sitting in 2nd place right now.
Yeah, Bueller's been pretty good on the bottom side of the racetrack, but I've just got to say, Ross Kaiser, no, he's just that little bit better.
And it's just going to be one of those. Which side is the fastest one around this track right now? Kaiser on the top, Bueller on the bottom. But one person to keep your eye on. Ken Byron up 16 spots into that 3rd spot.
Well, can he hold on in that number 10 machine? Started 19th on the, what was 3rd last row on the inside. The pace just slows up just a little bit, waits for the pace truck to get a little bit of a gap between the pace truck and the leader, Ross Kaiser. Green flag is back out. Oh man, Bueller may have just caught the draft down on the bottom side of the racetrack, and now he gets up looking for a slide jump into 1 and 2. Oh, Kaiser into the wall. Byron, look out, they're 3 wide. Oh, Ryan Bueller, the rabbit may have just been pulled, and now Ken Byron. Oh man, the rabbit has just been shot.
Oh, I'm sitting here and I watched that happen. I'm like, Wheeler just pulled another rabbit out of his hat for another night.
Unbelievable. Can you believe it? Ross Kaiser not once, not twice, but 3 times. He has fenced it in 1 and 2. The yellow comes out and he gets his position back. Can you believe it? You cannot script this kind of stuff. And the 12 hours of USA continues.
Here's the real question.
Oh, hold up. We are timed out. Checkered flag is out. We've run out of time. Wow. Ryan Bueller did not win. Ross Kaiser has just found himself a victory.
I think I just pulled the rabbit out of the hat, Wheeler. I think I really have.
Look, Ryan Bueller pulled that rabbit out, but you took your double barrel shotgun and you just shot that some BI. You just shot it straight between the eyelids.
It was open season. I got a trophy here tonight as Ross Kaiser wins the 12, you might as well call it the 12 hours of USA here. Ryan Bueller in second, Craig Kent in third, Ken Byron in fourth, and Trace Olson will be fifth.
All right, well, we are going to top 5 then to go back to Austin Stern. Sitting back there in 6th position, McCarran 7th, Kaiser 8th, Coulter West 9th, Austin Davis rounds out your top 10. I'll just quickly go through the rest of the field. Cardoza, Randolph, Brink, Parsons, Hauser, Bowers, Fry, Brown, Watson, Araki, Maines, Dill, and Griffey. 23 cars and stars. And let's go from back to front, considering that we've got 2nd and 3rd in here. Let's go back to that because Craig Kent is being scored as 3rd place and not Ken Byron. I got no idea. No idea what is going on. Anyhow, tell you what, we'll chat to him anyway. Up 15 positions. And what looks to be 14 in 4th position, Ken. Well, man, that was an interesting race to say the least. And well, you move up 15 spots. You got to be happy with the result.
Yeah, I'm not a sprint car guy, so I did this to start learning a little bit more, and to start, I believe I started dead last and finished 3rd. I'm pretty excited about that.
Well, there was a couple of cautions. Obviously, the race finishing due to time restrictions. This racetrack had a reset before the main event. Were you excited about the reset, or were you hoping that this track was not going to have a track work done?
So like I said, I'm not normally a sprint car guy, let alone a dirt guy. I run asphalt, and I own Ryco Motorsports setup shop. So I've been trying to run the dirt stuff more and learning. And I watched the Williams Grove race this week between Tyler Schell and Bergeron, and I learned where you need to run on the racetrack at these big tracks when it starts to slick off. And that's what I started doing when the track started slicking off, and I just started passing cars. That last caution hadn't come out, we'd have got set 1-2.
All right, well, I've been told that you did finish in 3rd position, so you move up, 16 positions, what looks to be the hard charger of the night. Ken, before we let you go, of course, there's a lot of people on this race car, people behind the scenes, mate, who gets it done for you.
Yeah, man. Ryco Motorsports, GTR simulators, CNC racing designs, Butt Kicker, and all the guys back at the shop that really put in the time each week. That's David Heileman. Really did a lot of good work for us this week, and thank the league, and thank you for broadcasting.
There we go. Ken Byron, ladies and gentlemen, officially home in 3rd position. Alex, you're caught up with our 2nd place finisher of Ryan Bueller.
They're just piled into me.
Ryan Bueller coming home with that 2nd place finish, and I mean, you had one thing that nobody else had tonight, and that was running the bottom and running it well. Was the car just set up to run that bottom throughout the night because it looked fast?
I just had a good setup in there. The David Heileman set up on Ryko's car. I just put the wing to the back and just ran it I have a lot of practice at this track when it gets slick and running the bottom, so I'm just comfortable there more than running the top in these things.
Man, oh man. Talk about the finish there. Coulter West having problems running in second place there. But that 3-car battle throughout the night between you, West, and Kaiser, it built, even with a lot of cautions, it built for an instant classic between the three of you.
Oh, for sure. We were running as hard as we could and as clean as possible.
Now take us through going 3 wide there momentarily between you and West and Kaiser. What was going through your mind there? You running the bottom side, and it was a tight squeeze there for the three of you.
Yeah, I knew Kaiser is a pretty good runner and stuff like that. I knew they would try to hold their own, so I was just going to run the bottom and kind of hope, not really hope, but if they got together, knowing that they're going to slide up the track and I can hopefully get underneath them and get out of it clean.
You know, a quick car, got to have a lot of guys behind him. Who you got to thank for this run tonight?
Ryko Motorsports, GTR Simulators, Butt Kickers, and SimSpeed Shop.
It's your second place finisher, Ryan Bueller. Now, Brett, I think, is with the winner. Otherwise, my pick, it's Ross Kaiser. Oh, you're going to let me. So, Ross Kaiser in that 92 machine coming home with a win. And, man, we talked about it on the broadcast. Lightning didn't strike once nor twice. It struck 3 times for you tonight. And the one coming at the end there, you hit the wall, caution comes out, and you win the race there. But heck of a run there. That outside looked fast for you throughout the night.
Thank you. Yeah, Clayton Tilley's really been helping me out lately. Once he threw me on momentum, I've just been progressing a lot, and his setups have just been stellar for my driving style, and it's been really good for me. And yeah, luck was definitely on my side tonight with those caution laps coming out.
Well, I mean, heck, a fast car there, you said, with Momentum Sim Sports. They're known for having a quick car once or twice, as we've seen it multiple times in a night now. And it showed again that top side just looks like it's fast for you. And you look from the get-go, that top side was where you wanted to be, and you didn't go anywhere else besides the top side. Was that just where you felt more comfortable in this slick track?
Yeah, so when the track was starting 20%, I figured tacky setup, not thinking there was going to be about 20 cautions. So every time there was a caution, my line was getting changed because the track would just progressively get slicker, and it was just throwing me off.
Well, with a fast car, I know you have a good team behind you, but who's also behind the scenes there and making this team run?
Yeah, mainly it's all Clayton Tilley and all the Momentum guys that help me out, and then also Joe from F and Send It and all them. They do a big help as well.
Well, I mean, with this win tonight, Brett, I finally did it. I finally picked a winner here tonight, and it was Ross Kaiser. So you might have pulled the rabbit out, but like you said, well,
you shot it. You just straight up murdered the rabbit. Now, look, congratulations to Ross and obviously you for picking him, but you've got to have luck in these races, and again, not once, not twice, but 3 times. But you take what you can get, and no doubt, he'll be certainly smiling after that victory. But Alex, we're going to wrap things up. Thank you very much for your time here at USA. We'll see you back on the airwaves, I believe, on Thursday night, if I'm not mistaken, the National Sim Racing Series.
Yep, Thursday night, 360s back at Kokomo. All
right. Well, that'll do it for us here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Big thanks to, of course, World of Thunder Esports League, Heatwaves Designs, SRT Australia, and Rocket Racing Setups for all your sprint car setup needs and all your dirt oval needs. They've got everything covered, from asphalt to rallycross and all the dirt stuff as well. Big thank you to, of course, the Stars of Tomorrow and all their sponsors down at the bottom of the screen on behalf of Alex Robinson and Brett Wheeler. This is Brett. Yeah, we're signing off. Good night. It's been a long night. Peace.